Stay tuned. Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. What were you looking at, Frank?
Oh, we caught you. Don't try to act all cool now.
What were you looking at on your phone?
I was calling Romelu to see if he was okay.
Oh, there you go.
Blame Romelu.
Wow, Lukaku, of course, on his phone. Stevie and Frank angry. Xhaka, quite literally not bothered. I think it's fair. Now, this morning, one of the greatest things that ever happened. Because remember, we had the big argument, me and Stevie talking about Jurgen Klopp.
Right.
And complaining about 12:30 kickoff times, and you went into a big defence about Klopp until the end, where basically you just kind of gave up and said, well, I tell you what, Klopp should just be told to shut it by the owners. Which then led a very famous Liverpool website to lead with this quote. Steve Nicol thinks Jurgen Klopp needs to shut it over kickoff times.
This is the classic example of...
Oh, it made me so happy.
Well, the only thing you got wrong was you said it would be the Echo.
Oh, yes, I did say it'd be the Echo. Instead, it was somebody else.
But what these sites do is they don't listen to the conversation.
No, they really did.
I just had enough of your nonsense.
Yes.
You weren't changing your stance.
Yep.
So I just said, right, they should tell him to shut his face.
Yep.
And of course, and then now... thankfully, I'm not on Twitter, but I've been getting absolutely battered.
Steve Nicol needs to wind his neck in, most negative ex-player. I bet he wouldn't say that to Jurgen Klopp's face.
Honestly.
Old Nicol, once again, showing his decline.
Oh, good.
Oh, very good. That's the ultimate.
I blame Dan.
Well, he knows exactly what he's doing.
Did you see, the first question is, did you see how your entire defence of Klopp was ignored just to see the headline that Dan wanted that day?
Yeah, you think I'd have learned by now.
Does it bother you at all that you're misrepresented?
It does, aye.
Does it? That's interesting.
It does, aye. Oh, because it's Liverpool.
Yeah.
I mean, to have been part of Liverpool and the success and the whole thing, and so to have people think that I'm just willy-nilly slagging people off,
Right.
I don't think is right.
No?
And I will be making a phone call.
Oh, Steve used to do that live on the air. That'd be exciting, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Because what will happen, I know exactly what will happen is, every time this happens and you speak to anybody who's involved in printing it, they're all apologetic. Oh, we didn't mean to do it, and we didn't. Right?
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, we really wouldn't want that. We wouldn't want you to feel that way. But at the time, they're like that. Right, let's stitch this guy up. No bother. But I'll have the pleasure of pulling them up.
Frank, on a slightly different topic, but I'm intrigued by this because we've talked about a lot in the past about looking at player ratings after games and things like that. Now, obviously, you're in the theatre now. When you have a bad review, how do you react to that? Do you call someone out? How do you feel?
Well, it's just human and you have to accept the fact that you cannot please everybody. But it's funny to see the comments because yes, we have reviews, but not by journalists, by people. It's like a social network, in fact, where you can go on site and book your seat and then make a comment after the show. And sometimes you have people I didn't like it, where Frank Leboeuf should go back to football, whatever it can be. And you can feel the bitterness and the jealousy of some people, but nowadays I really don't care about people criticizing me because do they have the legitimacy? Are they legit to talk about my business when they're not on stage? And I would have loved to have thought that way when I was a football player, when journalists or fans were criticizing me, and in fact not knowing what we are going through when we are on the field. I would have been more relaxed about all those criticisms. It's part of our job. We have to accept that. Some people are talking about something they don't know, but they still talk.
It's not, here's the thing. It's not the criticism.
No, I understand. It's a different world. It's the misrepresentation of what you say.
It's a misrepresentation, absolutely. It's when you're playing and you don't play well and people slag you.
What you need is people to support you in this role, not continue to throw you in front of the bus.
I'll tell you what, any chance of taking some of your own advice? Hey.
Oh, so good. I could read those comments all day. For all, have you ever seen a player lose his cool the way that Dest did? If you didn't see it in the US game, Sergino Dest just completely lost it, got himself sent off. What was your reaction in the locker room, and can he come back from that? Did you ever see anybody like that, Cher?
Not like that. No. I've seen players lose it, like
Di Canio, you must have seen lose it.
Yeah, well, that's just a total different discussion. we were playing away to Plymouth one time.
Right.
Pre-season.
Right.
6-1, we win the game.
Okay.
We're leading 6-0. You know, Harry brings on all the kids. They score one later on. We come back. Everybody's having a good old time. Di Canio starts throwing bottles and complaining and shouting in Italian for some reason. Nobody knows what's going on.
Okay.
It was just the way. So again, Di Canio losing it is just. That's just.
And did you ever find out what was wrong?
No.
Wow.
It was a pre-season friendly. We were winning 6-0 until the kids come on.
And what's Harry doing with it?
No, well, after a while you just learn. Just leave Paolo alone. Right. Eventually, he just runs out of steam, okay. And then you can carry on.
Like a toddler. Basically.
Exactly. Let him have a little tantrum. You'll be all right. But I've seen players lose it. So, like, if you're 2 or 3 down, and the opponent starts juggling the ball and doing stuff like that, I've seen players run and just launch.
Right.
Launch the other player.
Wow.
And get sent off.
Right.
And even then, you're like, yep, that was coming.
Yeah, that was
That's
warranted.
fair enough. But what Sergino Dest did, I've never seen anything quite like that.
Stevie, have you seen anything like that?
No. I was actually thinking about my Paolo story.
Right. What's your Paolo story?
My Paolo story is Grimsby.
Because you were together at Sheffield Wednesday.
Sheffield Wednesday,
Yeah.
Grimsby. It's the League Cup.
Yeah.
We're getting a beat at half-time. Awful game, awful place. Pitch is horrible.
Yeah.
We're
Lundell Park,
garbage. You can't see properly because of the floodlights. There's a smell of fish. I mean, there's just everything wrong with this whole thing. And Paolo's come in at half-time. and the manager just went, sit down, lads, and he went, where's Paolo? Paolo's already in the shower. Paolo's taking all his gear off and he's in the shower getting showered. so the manager goes in, David Plitt goes in, and he's like, Paolo. Paolo's like, so David Plitt walks out,
right,
and says to Shrevesy, can you go and get him off the ledge or what? So Shrevesy went in and calmed him down.
Right.
He came out eventually and got dried and put his gear on just in time for the second half.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Bye.
And we're all just sitting there.
No, we're going down the old Paolo
What's
story
that?
rabbit hole. But one time we played at Upton Park. I can't remember who we were playing against. Paolo got brought down maybe about 3 times. Thought it was a penalty.
Oh, he wanted...
Ref didn't get it any. Paolo starts fuming. Walks over to Harry. Give it, take me off. Take me off. Harry's like, no. Harry just starts looking up at the stand. Harry just totally ignores him, starts looking at me stand. Paolo just sits down on the pitch. Game is going on. He just sits down on the pitch for about 5 minutes. Everybody's running all around.
He is a toddler.
Everybody's running around Paolo. Game's going on. He's just sitting on the pitch until after about 5 minutes, he just gets up and just joins back in.
Fantastic. That's brilliant. Frank, have you seen anyone act like Dest did?
I have a good example. It's myself. I already clapped a referee after he gave a foul against me, and I was insulting him, and I was saying, well done, ref. You should go back home. You know nothing about football. So he gave me a yellow card. Good for me. I realized that I had to stop, so I didn't get a red card. But it happened to me when we played with Marseille against Metz, and a young guy pretend that it was a penalty for him, so he went on the floor, and I went there, and I was the captain of Marseille, and I put his ear and I said, stop cheating, and he got up very quickly and he pushed me, therefore he got a red card, but the ref gave me a yellow card, and I said, why do you give me a yellow card? And he said, well, because you went for the contact and you went for the fight, and it's why I give you a yellow card. He said, it's not a foul, it's stupid what you're doing. And then all the crowd got crazy, And every time I had the ball, they were booing me, they were singing things, and I did that like I couldn't hear what they were saying. And the ref ran to me and gave me a red card. And I hate injustice, and I got crazy. And I told him everything, and I can't say on TV. And they had to hold me, otherwise I could have gone further. Because that guy was really looking for me to get me a red card. Yeah.
Tell you what, I was very close once though with a referee. Closest I've ever been. We played when I came over here in the old USL with the Bulldogs. And we were playing our second game in 2 days.
Okay.
And it's gone to overtime. And we get a free kick. We are 3-2 down. And there is 6 seconds left because they used to have the clock and bring it down.
Yep.
And there was 6 seconds left on it, right? And we got a free kick. Ball's whipped in the box. We score, right? The referee said he had blown for time.
Oh, no.
And I started off really calmly. I'm going, hold on a second. Can you tell me, how long does it take? I said, so the game doesn't restart until the ball's taken.
Yep.
Yeah. I said, well, you're telling me it takes 6 seconds for a ball to travel 30 yards from the wide area into the goal? And he's like, yes.
No.
And he turned and walked. And I'll tell you what, it's a good job it was a couple of the lads, because I stopped and I was just like still for a couple of seconds.
Right.
And then the mist.
Then the rage.
And then I started. And then fortunately, a couple of the boys had grabbed me. And then I got back, got myself back in.
Dan.
Honestly. And by the way,
Dan.
Frank, just to finish,
I just want to...
We actually gave the referee a lift of the game.
Brilliant!
We gave the referee a lift of the game.
Did you give him a lift back?
Yeah.
Frank?
No. I just want to say that the French Football League apologized to me after when I went to commission, and I say, well, you know, I have hundreds of examples of players doing that after scoring a goal, and he's never been red or yellow carded for that. It's not a foul.
Yeah, but that doesn't excuse your behaviour afterwards, Frank.
Going
that
to the
doesn't
flag
excuse what you said to the referee and the way you acted. I don't think you can say that. I think it's disappointing from you, Frank. Very disappointing.
Well, they apologized to me.
What's an example?
They apologized to me. No.
But you're saying that your
they're fine.
your actions are warranted by the red
they're
card.
fine. That's
no,
all right.
Frank, you should think. What's an example was I saying here?
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. For Xhaka, with a victory over the US last night, any renewed optimism for Trinidad and Tobago to make 2026? There are 3 automatic spots and 2 playoff spots. So 5 from CONCACAF, yeah?
I guess.
But the US, Mexico, Canada are all in already. So what have you got? Costa Rica.
Panama,
Honduras. Shaq.
Jamaica.
Okay.
I'll take that as a no.
No, we've got we've got this one. Little pinkies there that could say Trinidad and Tobago.
Sure. I've kind of, in previous shows, I've said this now. I'm not overly hopeful. I really am not. I don't think the team is playing well at all. Spoke to somebody today from within the camp, and they are showing me that things are really progressing well. Somebody who knows the game, somebody who's been around, and my point to them was, I'm not seeing it. But if you say things are progressing that way, then you know you're on the ground, you're in the dressing room, you know you're part of Trinidad and Tobago football, and you're seeing it. I'll take that as some kind of encouragement. So I'm hedging my bets on that. Okay. I'm not seeing it in terms of performances, but by all accounts, we're trending nicely.
Quite a serious answer, Shaq.
I take my Trinidad and Tobago quite seriously, Dan.
Okay, Stevie. Let's see. Salah, Darwin Nunez, Luis Diaz, Szoboszlai are all on hot form for their respective countries. Should City be worried this Saturday?
Absolutely, yeah.
At what time? What time they play?
God.
If it was 4 o'clock, it should be. But 12:30 is on.
Shut it, Klopp.
Yeah. If they're woken up. Oh, yeah, absolutely. The City should be worried.
Right, are you trying to buy favour now for the Liverpool fans?
No, I'm not finished yet.
Hold on, don't finish with anything, even sarcastic. Don't finish sarcastically,
Okay, I'm
right?
finished.
Right. Let's move on.
No,
Move
continue,
on.
Stevie. Should City be worried this Saturday?
Well, they should be worried about those players going forward, yeah.
Right.
But at the same time, I think Liverpool are just as worried about them coming forward as well.
Oh, no.
Now, if Haaland doesn't play, that'll be a positive for Liverpool. But I have a sneaky feeling he will be playing.
Frank, who will end up having a better legacy for France, Mbappe or Henry?
I thought they didn't like him in France.
Wow. Well, there is an underline in that question because we all know that Henry hasn't been after, especially the game against Ireland, and some maybe comments, hasn't left a very good, I would say, or positive feeling towards the French community, the French fans. And Mbappe, we're sometimes talking. Is saying stuff that French people didn't really appreciate it. But I would say that everybody thinks those two players are absolutely fantastic. But I would go that Mbappe will be my favorite because of what he does and the way he speaks and he still plays in France. So when Henry left quite early to Arsenal, so the French people, I think, don't really know Thierry Henry, where they have the time to appreciate Kylian Mbappe, I would say.
Opinions on this last dance match between Al-Nassr and Inter Miami. Now, by the way, if you haven't seen it, rumours today that Inter Miami are going to take on Al-Nassr, of course, who plays for those teams, Messi and Ronaldo. Inter Miami have come out and denied that any sort of match has been organised. Would you like to see that, Stevie?
No.
Why not?
Well, why would I?
Bit of fun.
No. I'd rather watch reruns of the Clásicos and previous games.
Hey, well, Frank, why are you laughing?
Oh, because sometimes you have to give what people want to see, and sometimes they're very nostalgic. So I would say yes, because I don't care, but I know people are going to be pleased to see that. So I'm going to be very political in that matter.
It's true. You could make a lot of money from that.
I'm with Frank.
Yes.
I concur with Monsieur Leboeuf.
You concur with Monsieur Leboeuf. Right then.
I watched a thing on YouTube yesterday.
No, Stevie. Stevie spends a lot of time on YouTube, by the way.
It was Steven Gerrard's team with Henderson and that. And they were playing at one of the other teams in a league game. And there was only 650 people at the game.
Oh, in Saudi Arabia. Sorry, it took a moment to drop what was going on.
650.
Yeah, I know. It's the ticket sales has not.
Ticket,
They said,
that's pretty good,
and
actually.
they said that wasn't the lowest attendance of the weekend.
Yeah.
There was a game where there was 160 people.
Yeah, it has not. Gab's very much all over this. Give him a call. Stevie, you once.
You could send me a YouTube link.
I could.
Yeah, send that to Gab.
Stevie, you once said 80% of football is what's in between your ears.
Yeah, I wouldn't come out with 80. I'll probably say 50.
Okay. Consequently, if we inserted your football mind into a 14-year-old Dan Thomas's body, could you still go pro and perform?
Oh, no chance. When I said 50% is in your head, you still have to have the other 50% in your body.
How?
You have to have a certain...
Imagine having Stevie
certain
Nichols'
type of
brain.
body and a certain strength and all the other things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know which I'm more worried about. Stevie's brain or Dan's body.
Yeah, I don't know. A lobotomy in that style is quite suffering. Crikey. Yeah. If you had to watch a goal on replay for the rest of your life, what goal would you pick and why?
That's easy for me. I watch it all the time.
Hat-trick against Newcastle?
No.
All 3 goals?
No. Liverpool against Tottenham Hotspurs in the 70s. Terry McDermott header, albeit to make it 7-0, but an incredible goal. Ball's knocked out from a set piece, Liverpool defending.
Yep.
David Johnson picks the ball up inside his own half. A beautiful right-footed zinger volley, wide. Steve Highway comes running late, has one touch. Now he's on the touchline, whips it with his left peg. It goes across the box, and Terry McDermott, who's ran 80 yards, ends up in like the apex of the 6-yard box in the corner.
Yep.
Heads it in. Three touches. David Johnston, Stevie Highway, Terry McDermott, 80-yard run header. I mean, just unreal. And it was a 7-0 game, and it was a 7th goal, but
Wow.
I have watched this, I couldn't tell you how many times.
Where have you watched it?
On my favourite YouTube.
Oh, no. So not FA Cup final, Liverpool West Ham?
No, this goal's just every single time I get. You know when you perk up?
Yeah, he perked up, didn't he? He perked up.
Perked up there.
There it is.
Every time I see it, I just perk up.
There you go. Shaq?
Easy answer to this. Maradona against England. What World Cup was that?
86.
Yeah, 86.
86.
That's easy answer.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the hardball.
A close second, maybe threatening for first. November 16th, 2005, Dennis Lawrence against Bahrain. Trinidad Tobago qualified for the first ever World Cup.
Yes.
I could watch that on repeat.
Frank, which of your goals are you watching?
World Cup, no. World Cup 1970, Pelé giving an assist without looking at the player coming on the right side. I think it was Sergino, and the final against Italy, I think it was the 3rd or the 4th goal. Absolutely fantastic, right timing, great spirit, great anticipation. I loved it. And then the other one comes to me very quickly. Zinedine Zidane, first goal in World Cup '98, because I'm just behind, and you can see me in the picture.